People throughout history, from Neanderthal burial down to the death today, people are going to care for their dead in a consistent manner with how they live their life.
Well, hey everyone, thanks for tuning into the show. You're listening to Undertaking the Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Waters, and coming up with my good buddy, Ryan Ballard, we are in Baltimore, Maryland at the NFDA Convention 2022, and still day one. This is our third recording from that floor. The floor just opened. Ryan and I had finished doing some film work, and we were just kind of taking in the atmosphere, and one of our good buddies just happened to walk by that we have not seen for almost 5 years. Embalmer from Belgium, Alain Koninckx. So we had him stop by. We wanted to put his English to the test and have a little fun, and it was just great to just catch up with him briefly. So this is kind of a good example of one of those interactions that folks have at convention. I wish it could have been longer. I would have loved to had dinner with Alain and just talked funeral service with someone who lives in a different world of funeral service coming from Belgium. So it's a great chat coming up here in just a second. Folks, we are brought to you by Gather. They are the #1 platform for funeral homes. I hope you guys saw them at convention. If you were there in Baltimore, they had a beautiful booth manned by all their folks there that support us as funeral homes, but they are the #1 platform built by funeral directors for funeral directors. So they're an all-in-one solution built specifically for funeral homes that includes case management, live stream websites, and more. It works on any device and was built to help funeral directors get more time back in their day so you can focus on what matters most. But if you didn't connect with them in Baltimore, you can check them out over at gather.app or give them a call at 888-492-2697. Check them out. Gather. Built by funeral directors for funeral directors. Check them out. All right, so yeah, just last bit of house cleaning, folks. Sorry for missing Friday's drop. I tell you what, it's been nuts out here. I've covered for a couple funeral homes, filled in for needing funeral directors. So we've been busy. So I don't know where I found the time to do this, but my goodness, my anniversary was Thursday night, and that's normally when 15 years, by the way, but normally that's when I do the podcast work to get it out for Friday's show. So I felt like, probably I ought to celebrate the anniversary, because normally I'm at the NFDA convention over my anniversary. So anyway, decided to just kind of forego Friday's show. So now back to our regularly scheduled program with special drops coming up. So as long as I can keep plugging away, we'll be getting these episodes out and finishing out our Cana episodes. So anyway, that's enough of me. Let's jump into the show. This is from Baltimore, Maryland at the NFDA 2020 convention. Myself and Ryan and our good buddy Embalmer from Belgium, Alain Koninckx.
I'm Jamie Meredith with C&J Financial, and you're listening to the Undertaking the Podcast.
Baltimore, Maryland. I'm Brian Waters here with Undertaking the Podcast, and I've got my good buddy here, Ryan Ballard, live from Baltimore, Maryland at the NFDA's annual convention.
Here we are.
The
buzz is now happening on the floor. It is wide open now. So a lot of people walking around. A lot of networking on the way in. We had a hard time getting to the booth, to be honest.
Well, we've had a lot of back and forth. We put our steps in. My circle's almost complete, Ryan.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Mine is too. Hold on, let me look at this.
Yeah, let's compare circles. Well, how about that?
Let's see how many steps. Hold on. So I've got so far 10,048 steps, total of 4.7 miles.
10,000 steps. Oh, I've got 8184.
Apparently I walk faster.
Okay. You got shorter legs.
Shorter legs. It's more steps on my end. So we've had some good conversation this morning already. I think we had Brandon Cruz on this morning, but here we are just kind of hanging out.
Oh, yeah, we had to leave for a little bit there's some film work to do, but we came back and all the cups are gone.
All the cups, which is fine.
That's what we got them for. Thank you,
that's
Hilton
the reason.
Funeral Supply, for providing those cups. They are here somewhere, but they walk the floor.
Oh, do they walk the floor?
They walk the floor. So, hey, what's up?
Oh, do they don't actually have a booth?
No, they walk the floor, see their friends. It's pretty cool. So, What I wanted to talk about here, someone just brought this up, and this is what I wanted to talk to you about. Let's think about things that we could forget to do around the funeral home, and then we're like, oh, got to go check that. So,
like it's an immediate
emergency. So, you're working a funeral, and all of a sudden you're standing there and you go, I wonder if the cot's still in the hearse. You ever do that?
And you focus on that until you do it, until you go find out, you focus on it forever.
Oh, yeah.
I keep looking over my... Oh, is that Alain Koninckx?
Yeah, that's Alain Koninckx. Yeah.
Alain Koninckx. So...
Alain Koninckx.
There he is.
Yeah. How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right? Good seeing you, brother. It's been a long time.
Thanks for coming. Yeah. Welcome.
Last time it was in Chicago, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Chicago.
I miss FNA this year.
Okay. How long are you going to be here?
Just today.
Just today? Okay.
We leave for Washington tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes. And, but you saw my mug with the Vernie pictures on
Yes.
the
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
$1,000.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that nuts? Yeah. So you got a second to talk with us?
What?
Do you got a second to talk to us on the show?
Yes, but my English is not very good.
We won't talk for a long time. We just want to talk funeral service Belgium. Tell us what it's like. So here, let's do this.
The elevator speech. Belgium elevator speech.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll flip that one. There we go. And then we hold these kind of close to our mouth.
Okay.
So
there you go.
So he almost wavered a little bit, Ryan, because he said his English isn't that good. It's better than my
French.
French?
Yes.
Is it French?
Yes, it's French. Belgium, it's separated in two parts, and in the north it's Flemish, and in the south it's French.
That's right.
Actually,
and you're in the
yes, it's
south.
French, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I said Flemish, and I kind of backed away when I said it, though. That's okay. So you are a funeral director and embalmer, is that right, or just embalmer?
Just embalmer.
And you're from Belgium. Where about in Belgium?
Belgium is so small that I just live in the middle of the French part of Belgium.
Okay, middle. So, okay.
It's just 200 kilometers wide, Belgium. So with 2 hours drive, you are abroad. You are in Netherlands, in Germany, or in France.
I'm trying to remember where I went. Oh, I'm drawing such a blank.
To Bridge.
I was in Belgium on November 11th, 2018, and we had the celebration of the 100-year end of World War II.
Ypres.
And I was in. I wasn't in Ypres. I was south. Golly, it's right on the border. Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I remember you going on the trip, but I mean.
Bastogne?
No.
No.
Where were we? Oh, I'm trying to think. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
This doesn't work for a podcast.
We're really going deeper.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
anyway,
back in.
So what we wanted to do is ask you what it's like to be an embalmer in Belgium. When someone dies, how soon do they come to you?
Belgium is just different because embalming is not very popular in Belgium.
Okay.
And I'm a trade embalmer, and we don't really have the numbers of embalming we do for a year, but it's approximately 5 or 10% of the deceased are embalmed. It's a very small market.
Really?
At the moment.
Is it growing?
Yes, growing.
Okay.
Why? That's. I want to know why.
Why?
Yeah.
Because the new generation promotes a lot embalming with directly to the funeral director. We go to the funeral director, and by the press, by the TV, and you promote all the time. And now, maybe more specifically, with all the bad case, decomposed case, case tissue, things like that, funeral director call us because, I've got a problem, could you fix it? Yes, we can. And we stay longer, take a coffee, and say, yeah, but you can call me for regular case too. And
right.
They call us again for a bad case, and after years, you do hold the body on this enterprise.
Gotcha.
You developed a name, is what happened.
Yeah.
It's happened.
But in Belgium, isn't the normal ceremony pretty fast? Like it happens a few days?
Yes, I think it's quite similar of America. It's 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
And it's fast. But strange country because it's a lot of regulation, and when you've got repatriation, shipping body, things like that become very long, and the cremation is very to increase. So the crematorium sometimes need time. And when they need time, they call us to conserve the body.
Okay.
And it's good for us, cremation.
Overseas, where you're at, Belgium, are there a lot? Is there a lot going on within the home still? Or is that a question I can ask or no?
No, are the funerals in the home or are they in a funeral home?
Yes, both. Yes,
okay.
But it's very interesting because funeral home developed during the 90s. And now all the funeral director, all the funerarium, all the enterprise have a house where they put the bodies. So some people want to stay at home, and we go to the home and change the decoration, move the chair, the bed, and install the body in the coffin in the house. And sometimes too, we do the embalming in the house, in the bed. And that creates very strange situation where you arrive and it's a very, very small house and you have no space, you've got the family there and you have no light, you are almost complete black. And my wife was there with my phone to put light on the incision. So just crazy things.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Have you ever, I've done this, have you ever been embalming when the power goes out?
What?
When
Electricity
when it goes out?
Oh, yes.
That's happened to me, dude.
But if you embalm in the home, then you're used to the gravity injector.
No, that is more French.
Okay.
But in Belgium, we use an electric pump with a tank.
Okay.
It's not a centrifuge machine. It's not that. It's just a tank with an air pressure electrical pump.
Wow.
And it works well.
Is there anything that you would like Americans to know about Belgian funeral service?
To know what?
I don't know. Is there anything that we don't know that you do differently that we don't understand?
Is that pretty much all of it?
Yeah. Just probably I have no idea, but I don't really know the American funeral, so it's difficult for me to compare. But I have no idea.
Okay,
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, thank you for doing
yeah.
this. Thank you.
I'd say there's a lot of differences, though.
I'm sure there is. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you come back in Belgium for exhibition or I don't know, come with me walking.
You heard him here.
Well,
you heard him here.
It's recorded.
You're the embalmer.
It's recorded, buddy. It's
Okay.
recorded.
Yes, we will be there one day.
Once again, here we go.
Yes.
I'm down. I'm down
good
for another
waffle,
country.
good fries.
Remind me how pronounce your name how you say it.
Oh yes, I think it's impossible for the English people. It's Alain.
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 There's no N.
Alain. It's 1, 2, 3 in French. You know, 1, 2, 3. C'est 1.
1.
Alain.
1, 2, 3.
Alain.
La.
Alain.
Alain.
Almost.
Nah.
Give up. Call me Alain. It's okay.
All right.
Sorry. We
Thank
butchered
you so
it.
much.
It's
Appreciate
butchered.
you, pal.
Nice to
It's good to
see
see
you.
you. Thank you.
Hey, friends, thanks for tuning into the show. Undertakingthepodcast.com is where you can find us. info@undertakingthepodcast.com is the email to get a hold of us. Hey, this episode is brought to you by the Indiana Donor Network. You can find them at the indianadonornetwork.org. The decision to become an organ, tissue, and eye donor is a decision to give the gift of life. There are 58 organ procurement organizations in the U.S. that serve as a vital link between donors and patients waiting for life-saving organ transplants, healing tissue, and corneas to restore sight. Our organ procurement organization, Indiana Donor Network, is committed to honoring donors and supporting their families. Their aftercare program supports the loved ones of donors in their time of need through ongoing grief support, remembrance with keepsakes, and annual events for families to remember and celebrate their loved ones' life-saving legacy. Funeral homes are an important partner in the organ, tissue, and eye donation process and supporting families of donors as they say goodbye to their loved one. Organ procurement organizations nationwide recognize that we care deeply about the families we serve. Indiana Donor Network even has a licensed funeral director on staff who understands and is available to address questions and concerns. To learn more about the Indiana Donor Network and the resources they have available for funeral directors, visit indianadonornetwork.org/funeral directors. If you're outside of Indiana, connect with your local OPO and find new ways to continue honoring donors for their gifts of organ tissue and eye donation. Friends, IndianaDonorNetwork.org.